This sounds heroic and mariachi as fuck. Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, sé que tendrás que llorar. I'm sorry, I'm not a singer, I'm not Mexican, but that doesn't have anything to do. Everyone, it seems the moment we all have been waiting has come. Genshin dropped some days ago the official soundtrack for Natlan, so now we actually have some Latin American music bangers to actually listen to. So I gathered a couple of suggestions. You guys commented on my previous Natlan's music video. That being said, please don't hesitate to suggest more, even if they are not Latin American music bangers. Also, I want to thank you guys because I have been receiving comments from many different parts in the world. My channel was mostly viewed in United States and Japan, but I have been receiving comments from Brazil, Indonesia, quite some comments from Venezuelan people. And I'm really happy to see that. I mean, that's the dream, at least for me, man. Getting to know different perceptions and points of view from very different people. But let's cut the small talk and get actually into the reaction. Okay, dope unison so far. No way. No way. Damn. It's like there's a little bit of Cuban sun there, with a bit of Latin jazz. What an unison. The arrangement, guys, the arrangement. It's pretty good, it's pretty sophisticated. Okay, so far I wasn't expecting this kind of Latin music. I was indeed expecting something you can dance to, but damn, the people here really did a pretty interesting research because they got inspired from the roots, from the, I don't want to say more primitive, but let's say they went for the early stages of what is worldwide known as salsa, and those have their foundations in Cuban son, son montuno, etc. Because after the intro we have some congas doing a pretty specific pattern, pretty static pattern. But I am indeed surprised with the Latin jazz direction they took. Or actually, I shouldn't be surprised, man, because many times in games or general media, when the people are gonna portray the Latin culture, the Latino culture, they use Latin jazz. And I'm not saying all the song because, well, I haven't finished it yet. It's based on Latin jazz, but the third section, right? We have intro, another second section. You can think of it as a verse, and a third section, and that third section is the one that has the most Latin jazz influence. But Latin jazz was made by North American people, United States people, sharing the tools and the language of jazz with Latin American people. So it's kind of a hybrid where you use the harmonical tools of jazz with the percussion and rhythmic elements of Latin music. This being said, but hey, let's finish the song first. Let me go a little bit back. Oh, the chromatic descent. I love the mixing of the brass. Those trumpets are so powerful, have so much body. It's very different from the brass mixing you will get in an orchestra context. Oh, da 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 da, with lots of chromatism. Okay, I see you. Bro, this first disc of Natlan's music is long as fuck. And it's a little bit of a letdown that they only have one Latin song in all this disc. Well, I don't know, but as I told you, this video was made with the suggestions of people in the comments. Maybe I'm missing more Latin American music on this first disc. And if that's the case, I'm actually a little bit disappointed, man, because the way of portraying Latin American music here was very shallow. And as I already told you, there was a great Latin jazz influence that is not what you want to hear when showcasing Latin music. I do want to say that the brass mixing is so good that I don't know, it's so powerful. It seems to belong more to a mariachi kind of context, and that's cool and makes kind of sense considering the crazy title here, Campa, timoyetzticah, Cempaxochitl. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that. That seems to be an indigenous language from Mexico. Yeah, Mexico, not Mexico. So that's pretty good. That and the fact that they researched a bit into the early influences of salsa, it's not that bad. You know what? Maybe we have to put our ego aside and don't think or don't expect to find music from each of our countries of origin in Genshin. I mean, what we have to value here is the importance of cultures, even if our own ones are not being used as much for this game. Well, let's continue with Venture of Tonalamatl, hopefully. Okay! Oh, this is more like it. This sounds heroic and mariachi as fuck now. Lovely bongos. Oh yes, sir. Love those hits. Oh, that was so fucking genius, man. Now, that was Latin American music blended with Genshin Impact music. That was so great. That's a motif, right? Maybe not the photon or whatever motif, but I'm pretty sure I have listened to that in Genshin. And I do fancy this song a lot, because the syncopation is evident. And again, I have to bring in the term of salsa, or the musical genre of salsa, because it is a highly syncopated genre. And I think that these strings instruments, I think there is an acoustic nylon strings guitar, but I also think there is a cuatro, a Cuban cuatro. It can sound a little bit brighter than guitar, and it's often used to play little melodies or even tumbaos. Maybe I'll explain it later into the video. Let me check if we have more clear examples before we get to that. Those hits, man. Papa. Pero, oh! And now we have a saxophone, if I'm not mistaken. And that resource is pretty interesting. We had that same melody before played by a flute, and now with a saxophone, which gives a little bit more of a strength. that bass. Trumpet solo? And lovely trombone lines, okay. Bro. The arrangement is actually brilliant. That's crazy. That ostinato right there, that rhythmic pattern. Reminded me so much of Brazilian music, of samba and or bossa nova. The pattern is almost the same, but in bossa nova is kind of slower. And please, Brazilian watchers, feel absolutely free to enlighten us. But that bossa nova slash samba pattern is something like this: 3, 4. So here's happening something like that, but quite faster. Like right? And it's crazy because part of the brass section is playing that ostinato as well. And that's usually a function of the rhythm section. Holy! What a lovely flute solo, bro. Now there! Oh, it's where you should use jazz or improvisation. Lovely. Now violin. I like that. I actually like that. That resource of repeating the same melody but with different timbres, instruments, and different backgrounds also. Wow. Yes sir, yes sir. The arrangement, man, I have been saying this a lot, but you cannot blame me. The unisons, the specific roles and counter melodies of this section of instruments is brilliant. It's quite advanced and sophisticated. Oh, you said. Actually beautiful, man. Now I'm gonna cry, man. Oh yes, sir. In the syncopated beat, I love that. Oh man, I take back everything I said in the first song. Well, actually, no. That remains as my opinion for the first song. But this. Was crazy. I'm not gonna say that is a combination of all of Latin American music blended together, because trust me, that shit would be huge. It would be way too many music genres, subgenres, styles, crazy things, man. But a lot of Afro-Cuban music with samba, a little bit of Latin jazz, not too shabby. And I still didn't witness a clearer example for a tumbao, and that term is essential for understanding at least salsa and its derivative and or prior influences. But we have still a couple of songs more to listen to. I think, yeah, the next one is on this same disc. Actually, it's the last one of today. Fuck me, man. Here we go with A Dance in Fire. No, actually, this wasn't the one, bro. Oh, this is crazy, actually. I wasn't gonna listen to this. But it did have the Genshin motif. It's like an evolution of Anthem of the Savannah. Bro, the marimba working here. Oh, this shit is soothing. Soothing! And I love that harmony change there. It's not that conventional. It's not that often that you get to hear these chord changes. Oh, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. It's Ampoña again. You gotta love the development of this melody. We have to listen to that. Very punctual melody, man. Everything is just so ethnic. Well, no, it's in essence ethnic, but wow, with a wrap of sophistication, a sophistication wrap. Well, the marimba work in here is outstanding because at first I thought that the marimba had a delay effect on it, but it's just that that instrument is so dynamic that you tend to repeat the same note in a melody as opposed to normal harmonic or melodic instruments. This one, because of being a percussive instrument that can produce pitches, has that nature that you can do doubles, you know, double hits on one same note. So you can do that. So it's very interesting because let's say someone that has studied arrangements or something, composition even, if they are not familiarized with this instrument and its nature and context, they can come up with melodies that will sound out of the style and context where this instrument usually plays. So they did their homework. We're in a fucking jungle, man, in a rainforest. And it's quite syncopated as well. Man, I wasn't planning to listen to this one. Again, that rhythmic pattern is very similar to the one from the samba. But we truly are the same kind, man. I mean, I think I already talked about this in the previous video reaction, but we all come from Africa, not only in terms of genetic, but in terms of musical identity and heritage. It's crazy, man. And as I was reading the comments of the previous video, some people told me, oh, there's an exact equivalent of the zampoña, you know, the wind instrument with a lot of holes you have to blow through. In Africa, there is an African equivalent for that instrument and almost anyone. So that heritage is huge. It extends to South America and all of Latin America, as I already said, to the Afro-Cuban styles of music and the Afro music made in North America even. In other ways, right? But it does. So yeah, I know this is not a Latin American track, but take this as a bonus track for today's video. Love the percussion, the fields are so full of energy, man. Of fire, of fire. The honor embedded in that melody, man. Holy fuck. And last one of today we have thanks for the fire. If you got this from the video, I don't blame you. The work this music company is doing with these games is absolutely insane. And since you already watched my reaction, let me know in the comments, how did you react to this crazy music, man? What other songs should I listen to? Did I miss? You know the drill. Let's get into this. Fucking trumpet, bro. If this trumpet was a person, it would have a pretty big belly. And they will wear this belly with honor. I like that. Now this sounds so much, not only the mixing but the interpretation, to the mariachi kind of music. And this insanity, bro, of mariachi music not only is pretty good, it demands technical abilities as a singer, as a trumpet player, as a strings player, etc. But it took over the world. Here in Colombia, there are lots. And I know for a fact that at least in United States, there are also a lot of mariachis there providing their amazing services. The honor, that thing we were talking about in Natlan's song, is again here. The honor, you can feel the pride in this trumpet melody. The contrast with this sweet string section part. So sweet, so sweet. And that piano part was like little and soft, soothing raindrops in your face, bro. Wow. It's so good. Lovely. Lovely 3/4 actually. Yeah, all the song has been in 3/4, but I had to talk about it. Okay, it's interesting because in almost all the song we had this, you can call it clave or ostinato or constant rhythmic pattern. 1 2 3 1 2 3 pam pam pa 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 pam pam pa pa pa, right? 2 dotted quarter notes and 3 quarter notes. Beautiful, man. Simple and beautiful. And actually many of these Mexican hits in history involving legendary mariachi singers are in 3/4. For example, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, Pero el día en que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. I'm sorry, I'm not a singer, first of all. And second of all, I'm not Mexican. But that doesn't have anything to do. Third of all, I'm not a mariachi singer, not even a normal singer. Well, you know it. But yeah, so it's evident. It's really evident on this song. I'm talking about the Mexican legacy is evident here. El legado mexicano, hermano. Bro, it's insane. Because they are taking our actual in real life world to a game. To a fucking game. Fuck me. Oh, and the steel pan to end the song. That was so freaking good. Wait, we could listen to this again, but you wouldn't watch any more of this. Or maybe you will? I don't know, but anyways, thank you so much for watching and hanging around. I'll see you again on another video. Take care, peace.